Recently, these AI videos have been blowing up on social media. I'm pretty sure you've seen it. I've seen a lot of videos about Jake Paul. I don't know why I've seen so many videos about him specifically. But in today's episode, I want to speak about AI and technology and the dark side of it, the bad side of it. Now, obviously, it's really cool what AI is able to do, especially with these videos. It's so it's so weird to imagine that we've come to a point where AI is able to create videos that look so realistic. And that's the scary part about it. I'm guessing in a few months' time, maybe in a year's time, you won't necessarily be able to distinctively decide between two videos of which is the actual video and which is an AI created video. And that is the dangers because now what do you trust? You don't know what to trust anymore. You don't know what to believe anymore because you don't know what's real anymore. And AI is really helpful. I use ChatGPT quite a lot. I actually use a lot of AI tools with my work, with the stuff that I film, with ideas, with a lot of stuff in life. I do use AI, but if it gets to a point where you can't even watch social media anymore because you don't know what to trust, what's real and what's fake, then it becomes an issue. Then all of the good stuff that AI does basically just goes out the door because now you can't live a normal life anymore. And we are getting really close to it. Stuff like social media, or even stuff like jobs. I read this article yesterday night that scientists predict that by the year it's either 2027 or 2028, one of the two, they are predicting that 83 million jobs will have been lost due to AI. And that's quite scary to imagine that 83 million people right now are not going to have a job in 2 3 years anymore because of AI. And I can understand it and I do believe it. If you look at stuff like designers or video editors, AI has gotten so good at creating photos. So before we even get to the video part, if we just take photos have been like most videos that you see on YouTube, most thumbnails are being created by AI. People don't use designers anymore. Where you used to get people who do thumbnails for YouTube, you don't get it anymore because AI does it all. All you need to do is go and buy a subscription for ChatGPT, which most people already have because everyone uses ChatGPT, and you're able to use those platforms. I'm not sure what the photo one is called. I know the video side is called Sora 2, but I can't remember what the photo AI is called anymore. But you use it, you tell it exactly, I want a photo of Mr. Beast standing there doing that, and it just creates it. And I mean, whoever used to do thumbnails don't have a job anymore because AI just took it over. And it's also so cheap. I mean, you pay $12 a month and you can do whatever you want to do on ChatGPT. And on the video side, now that we're seeing videos looking hyper realistic, video editors are also not going to have a job anymore because it's definitely getting to a point where you will be able to give AI all of your clips and just tell it to edit your video. Tell it exactly, please take out all of the pauses, add some effects, and add some music and background and whatever. And AI is going to edit your video for you. In the beginning, it's obviously going to be basics, but in 5 years' time, I'm fully expecting AI to be able to do stuff like edit videos completely. Then you're not going to have video editors anymore. And it's so hard to explain. It's so hard to visualize that that is the future. Just some other stuff that has been happening in the US. I'm guessing it's in a lot of places in the world, but I've specifically seen it in the US. You now get Uber cars without a driver, which is again so cool. Like I can't believe we've gotten to a point where we don't even need humans anymore to drive cars. But then yet again on the other side, all of the Uber drivers that used to be their job, that's how they made money, that's how they put food on the table. They don't have a job anymore. And the people that are making money out of this is obviously the big companies that are producing these AIs and have a lot of these cars and that are completely taking over Uber. But all of those people used to do it, the lower class, they don't have jobs anymore. And so essentially what AI and technology is doing is the higher class, the rich people are just getting richer and the poor people are getting poorer. That's all that AI is doing, because you don't have Uber drivers anymore, because you don't need a driver in an Uber anymore. So the people that got earned just enough money to put food on the table from doing Uber rides, now they don't have anything at all, where the people that were already rich and making these AI companies, they're just getting richer and richer. And it's becoming even more difficult by the day as a normal person with a normal job to just be able to provide food for your family, because the richer are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. And the next topic that I had in mind was Neuralink. Elon Musk, if you don't know what Neuralink is, I don't truly even understand it myself. But essentially what I got from the research that I did is Neuralink is this thing that they plant into your brain, and that somehow they use your brain signals to imitate actual stuff moving around. So if you just think about moving this lens from year to year with your arm, somehow it's able to tell a robotic arm to pick it up and move it. I don't know how it works. I haven't read into it that much, and it's not even that new. It's been out for a few months, but that's scary. Like planting stuff into people's brains. I feel like we are playing with fire now. I feel like the human species have gone to a point where now it's getting risky, the stuff that we are trying to do. Whereas years ago, when cars were first invented, when stuff like phones came out, we were still fine. We were improving the human quality of life, and we were making stuff easier and better and developing new stuff. Now, I don't know if I like it anymore. I don't know if I want the humanity to keep on going forward and just inventing new stuff, because it's getting quite scary now. Like, we are playing with stuff that we are not supposed to play with. And obviously it was going to come to a point where stuff like this is going to happen. It was inevitable. It was going to happen. But I can't believe we are there yet. I mean, 20 years ago, you barely even had a phone. Like phones and stuff were barely even a thing. Now we are at a point where we are planting stuff into people's brains and moving stuff around like telekinesis. I don't even know what's out there anymore. Something else is also ChatGPT, that I mentioned earlier in this video. But to go away from the photo and video side and social media, I want to specifically talk about schools, high schools, universities. ChatGPT has taken over. Assignments, it all gets done in ChatGPT. Universities, even tests nowadays, because everything is coming more cloud-based. So a lot of universities and colleges, you can just attend online, and people are using AI. And it's becoming worse and worse and worse and worse, and people aren't thinking for themselves anymore. Like, the kids aren't doing the school projects anymore. And even myself, I finished high school last year, and most of my stuff were also done using ChatGPT and using AI. Like, I need to be honest, I used it myself, but that's reality. Everyone is using it. All of the assignments, a lot of the tests are now being done using AI. I even remember last year when I did high school, some of my tests were online. And if you wrote an online test, you can just use AI. There's so many AIs out there that scan your screen and reads your question. It does the research and it tells you what the answer is without you needing to type into ChatGPT. ChatGPT, here's the question, give me the answer. Like, it does it by itself just by reading and recording your screen. And that's bad. That's really bad that we've gotten to a point where you can't even write tests anymore. You don't even know if students are learning anymore. And that's a reality. Like, that is the world that we live in, and I promise you it's not going to go away. There's no way of fixing it, because people just keep on inventing new stuff and new stuff and new stuff. You can't try and fix this issue. You need to adapt. There's no way of keeping AI out of schools. That is something that schools have really been trying to do, and even universities trying to get an app that is able to detect ChatGPT answers, but then another app gets created that you can put your ChatGPT answer into, and it changes it up into a way where it's unable to be detected whether it was written by human or ChatGPT. And again, you can't fix the issue. You can't get an app to try and stop the kids from using it. The kids will use it. There will be ways for the kids to use it. All you need to do is adapt. And how we're going to adapt, that I don't know. Like, I'm able to tell you we need to adapt, but I truly don't know how we will be able to adapt to AI and technology and the pace that it's growing at right now. You need to stay on top of stuff. When it comes to your job, whatever job you're doing, you need to stay on top of AI, because AI is taking over the entire world. I don't care what you do for a living, you need to stay on top of AI. There's certain jobs that obviously technology won't ever be able to do, but most jobs will be taken out of the equation. And you need to be so creative and so unique in this modern day and age to be able to make a living for yourself. And whatever job you're doing, all of the markets are so saturated. There are so many people trying to do everything that there is to do. There are way too many people on earth. Like, you need to be so unique, and you need to be so creative with whatever you're doing to actually be able to stand out. And whatever job you're doing, the most important part is always advertisement. Whether you own a shop, you own a petrol station, you do social media, whatever you do in life, you need to get people to actually come to you to deliver your service or your products. And to do that is becoming more and more difficult because of AI creating videos, because of AI creating photos. Now AI has taken over the advertisement mark, and it's so difficult to stand out. It's so difficult to be unique because AI is unique, and AI is now able to create the weirdest, craziest videos. So what are you as a human going to do? If AI is able to create adverts where people are flying around, and the first AI actor actually was sold a few days ago or a few weeks ago. I also read about it. The first named AI actor. So even actors are losing their jobs. That is stupid. Like, putting an AI actor into a movie, that is so ridiculous. Like, how is that even a thing? How does it make sense? Actors are losing their jobs. Never mind people that create videos and photos and people that write scripts for social media. Like, never mind them losing their jobs. Actors will get to a point where they won't have jobs anymore because movies won't have actors anymore. It's just going to be AI actors. That is so crazy to think about. And I could go on and on and on and on about what AI is doing and all of the spaces that AI is going into. The reality is we aren't able to stop it because nobody wants to stop. Everybody just keeps on inventing new stuff. So the best thing that you can do, as I've mentioned, is adapt. Adapt to whatever's happening around you. Stay on top of the news. Stay on top of what AI is doing these days, and just don't stop going. Just keep on improving yourself. Keep on going with whatever you're doing, because if you get to a point where you are just sitting down and relaxing and just going on with life as you used to, you're going to fall behind. Especially with AI, you're going to fall behind. So keep going. Stay up to date with what AI is doing, and just be creative. Be yourself, because that is the one thing that no AI is able to replicate, is you being your true self.